The Washington Wizards dropped their 9th straight game at home here at the Verizon Center as they lost 95-87 to a Chicago Bulls team desperate for a postseason spot in the Eastern Conference. Andre Blatch again was strong, 18 points and 13 rebounds. He dished the ball out for 7 assists, flirting with a triple-double, but it wasn't enough for the Wizards for more on their loss, 9th straight at home, and a team now with 50-plus on the season. Let's bring in CSN Washington's Brian Jackson, good friend, as you know, on the site last couple of games helping us break things down. And Brian, we said they would get a win. They did.
Right.
Now I think we've got to put the nice feng shui on them for a home win because the fans here at the Verizon Center, supposedly tonight 18,000 strong. Not sure if that was the case, but they did show up. We did have some good moments on the kiss cam. We had some nice moments, I think, overall on the dance cam as well. A couple of inappropriate middle-aged women, but that's going to happen. You did have some awkward teenage kids as well.
Right.
Also a lot to happen. One youngster stole the show, but really the story tonight was Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, I mean, Derrick Rose, with the Bulls needing this win, they came in 2 games behind Toronto for the last 8 spot in the Eastern Conference, and right from the get-go, Derrick Rose decided that I'm going to put this team on my back, and I'm going to will us to a victory. He usually 6'3", probably about 215. He has an awesome blend of speed and power. Like, he's quick enough to get by his defender, and he hit the deck several times, which is, being from Chicago, I'm kind of a Bulls fan. So it's scary hitting the ground a couple of times, but he just has an uncanny ability to finish at the rim.
I can't just let that slide. I mean, CSN Washington, we're at the Verizon Center. You can see right now they're cleaning up, getting ready for, I guess, another Capitals game coming up. The Wizards as well. They'll probably have a circus here before the next time we talk. I have no idea. But you can't just drop Bulls love on this program and then not get problems. You know that, right?
I mean, I'm from Chicago. I mean, Bears, Bulls, White Sox. Sorry.
How many of those teams are going to win in the next year or two?
All of them.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, they will win a game. I agree with that. They'll win at least one. Jay Cutler, by the way, will throw 46 interceptions in 2010.
No comment.
All right, very good. Brian Jackson, Grant Paulsen, CSN Washington, 106.7 The Fan DC, breaking down your Washington Wizards. You talked about Chicago's side of the point guard performance this evening. Sean Livingston seems like he's getting comfortable, though. He's starting to distribute the basketball. He might not have that gear he had that made him a 4th overall pick coming out of Peoria, but he showed tonight he can defend a little bit against a premier point guard, and he still has the ability to score from the one.
Just at times, just kind of like Flip Saunders said, for 3 quarters, Sean Livingston held his own with Derrick Rose, but fatigue. I mean, that comes with not having played NBA games for 3 years. Like you saw even one play on the baseline, we made a nice little fake, and then he was able to finish on the reverse. But right now it's just more about conditioning, and that's only going to come with playing more games under his belt.
JaVale McGee came off the bench tonight at the center position, 13 points, 9 rebounds. I've gotten to the point where I actually like JaVale off the bench a little bit more because of the energy, because of the defensive emphasis he puts into the lineup when he hops onto the floor. Strong performance for him, but there's still got to be a way for Flip Saunders and his coaching staff to just hammer out that shot selection from him and get him to the next level as a decision maker.
Same thing Flip said after the game for JaVale, just more about getting experience. Like, he gets a little bit excited at times. If he gets a tip dunk or two or a nice putback, he feels like it's okay. Now that I got a rebound, I should take this shot. So he still has to learn what is a good shot and what isn't a bad shot. The Wizards don't need him taking any shots outside of 15 feet from the lane. All
right, one more guy I want to hit on with Brian Jackson, CSNWashington.com. And as always, we appreciate you checking us out on 106.7thefandc.com as well. Cartier Martin, 10-day contract, D-leaguer who was averaging up around 20 points. He could shoot the basketball, hit a couple of consecutive 3-pointers tonight. Sean Livingston already said, I don't need to watch any more video on this guy. I know what he's capable of. I'm going to get him the basketball and try to get him to shoot. That's basically, isn't it, what this season's become about? Guys like Cartier Martin having 8 points, and say what you want, but that's kind of what 2010 is going to be about down the stretch.
For Mr. Martin, I mean, chances are he's not going to stick around here. So right now, he needs to take advantage of this situation because he's essentially auditioning for other spots next year. So some other team may come in and pick him up, kind of like Alonzo G, who was just here a couple of days ago. Now he's got the full-time contract with the San Antonio Spurs. So, I mean, his chances are, if he impresses some scouts out here, he can find himself back in the league next year.
All these Wizards, I think, are playing their own version of The Bachelor at this point as other teams are watching them, and maybe they'll latch on somewhere else. 22-53 now for Washington. 9th straight loss right here at home at the Verizon Center. For Brian Jackson, Sam Clems on the camera, who I now owe $1 because I bet that Andre Blatch would get a triple-double tonight. Of course, he was 3 assists shy. Punk. 106.7 The Fan, DC.com saying so long.